And that all day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to another Collectable Past with two Guineas. Actually hosted on my channel for a change. What's going on, Vinnie?
Hey brother, not too much. I'm happy that we're back on. I know we both kind of fucked up the hour tonight.
Yeah, just a tad. I would like to apologize to everybody for the extremely late start. I know we normally go on at 7:45, but I had gotten into doing some, believe it or not, BattleBot videos. Could you imagine that? I was doing BattleBot videos. I had a problem with one of the bots, and there was a bunch of other stuff going on throughout the day too. But I had a problem with one of the bots, and I got into taking this bot apart, started getting into the guts of this robot, trying to figure out what was going on. And I just completely lost track of time, because once you start taking those things apart with all the little gears, keeping everything in meticulous order so you don't mess anything up, yeah, it's easy to lose track of time.
Oh, absolutely, man, absolutely. I've been getting some work done today, and then I wanted to mess around with that Motor Master figure, and I had parts all over in my hands for creating Venusaur. So I'm like, Tommy would be proud of me. Wait a minute, Tommy. And then right away you messaged me. I was like, holy shit. And I went, oh, it's Thursday. And you're like, shit, I forgot it was Thursday too.
Yeah, it happens. It does happen. All right, let's take a moment and acknowledge the chat. What's going on? Angela Straven, resident vampire in the house. What's up, buddy? You have an opportunity to stop in anytime you want. I mean, if you want to send a link out to Adega, if he wants to stop on too, I'm cool with that. Chaos Hoy, what's up, Chaos Hoy? I hope that you were doing well. Good to see you. Papa Cotton in the house. What's up, Papa Cotton? Dega Outlaw in the house. What's up, Doc? It's good to see you guys. Hey, make sure you guys share the link out there. I know I posted it kind of late. Normally I'm much more prepared for this, but once again, this is kind of a big giant goof on everybody's part. At least I wasn't alone in making this goof.
Right?
Well, the only thing I could say to that is this:
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Oh man.
But in case anybody had caught my earlier short, I want to kick things off with this, because I don't know how long the camera will last, because the internet sucks here. But I did a short. I just got this in. It was a pre-order from over 10 or 11 months ago. Originally, they told me I wouldn't receive it until almost January, but I got the email saying that it's already coming, so we got this. We got the Megatron, his tank with the Baroness figure, man. This thing is killer looking.
That is gorgeous.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Splits apart to show the box inside. And here's our first look.
Nice.
At the Megatron figure.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
He is a fairly large figure, too. He is pretty damn big. I would say he's got to be, he's got to be at least like 10, 11 inches tall.
Nice.
I'm not sure where they got the Baroness figure. Oh, there she is. Look at that. They've actually got her carded on a full carded back, too.
That's awesome.
That is cool. I like that. And they did her very much like the original G.I. Joe. I'm trying to get it where it's not so much glare, but they did it more like the original Joe with the heavy glasses look and everything like that.
Yeah. Good presentation
really cool
on that.
I love. Yeah, that's tremendous work right there. This looks absolutely killer. I can't wait to get this apart and get a full review, because I know this is going to be a lot of fun. And this thing has got some heft to it, too. He does have some weight. Even though he's all plastic, he's got some weight in it. So they use some decent plastic on this one.
Yeah. Dude, that is nice. It's interesting, too, to see some of those parts that are, not part of the transformation.
Yeah, man. Like just all the extra stuff that they have in there. That's really nice. I always dig the artwork that they put on these things. The extra detailing that they put on the artwork for these things is just killer.
Absolutely, dude.
She looks so tiny, and she does actually sit in the top turret. And on the other side, it shows her sitting in
Yeah,
Yes,
I got,
shows are sitting inside.
dude. That is sweet. I got so jealous when I saw. Liam had this as well. He found one like I think a month and a half ago, something like that. He was at some crazy toy store he's never been to before. Like they repurposed this building into a toy store, and he found a couple of them. Like, oh shit! I said, if you ever go back there, it was like a long drive. Though, it was a couple of hours, but dude,
that's interesting.
that is something else, man. Yeah, I want to get my hands.
Well,
on this
usually, you know how they have the usually they have the thigh cut.
Mm-hmm.
They got that on a whole separate joint underneath.
Huh. That's interesting.
So you don't even see it. You don't even see the cut there. It doesn't cut the leg technically in half when it's turning. It's all part of the inside joint. It's a double joint right there. That is really nice.
What was this guy going for? Do you remember?
He was going for 80. I want to say it was like $89. Then after tax, after shipping and everything, he was close to 100.
Okay, shit. Dude, but worth it.
Yeah, he's pricey.
Mm-hmm.
He's pricey, but yeah, he looks absolutely killer. I'm loving the way they look. Oh, I love the colors too. They didn't even have to go crazy with all the colors on, but they added just another level extra detail coloring, like in the chest, like the original toy had.
Yeah.
Made sure that he had the red in the eyes, and he even got the original look of the original Megatron, where he's got that sloped down part where the helmet sits, and he's got the black underneath. Mm-hmm. Like, they paid a lot of homage to the original G1 look and the aesthetics with that. I really am appreciating everything that they did on this. Now, I know Hasbro has done some things recently. It just makes me question everything that they're doing at this point. But this piece so far, what I'm seeing, absolutely killer. Absolutely killer.
I got to say that too, man. And yeah, like I said before, I was just messing around with the Motor Master, and same thing, man. The quality is there. Holy hell! And they stepped up the engineering too in a big way. Since I only have one other Constructicon, and it's drag strip, so how they did the engineering on that was pretty impressive, because they wanted to keep the figure, I guess, very close to the cartoon. If you remember how that was, it's almost like they were like gray pieces, and then like the car sat on top of them. But it is interesting how they did this. Look at them now, because the
well, I mean, it's definitely.
Go ahead.
I was going to say it definitely is very close to what they were doing in the Sunbow. Of course, the original toys, they were much different. I have the original Stunticon set back there, and the arms and the legs were literally the arms and the legs on those ones. So,
yeah.
But there was a lot of extra parts forming for them. You had to snap in the hands and all the other stuff. So,
yeah, I figured they were going to do something similar, but apparently not. So, the Motor Master, his entire trailer, you take that apart in all different ways, and I think it's like 5 pieces in total. And it builds the framework of Menasor. But it's a little bit more than just the framework, because it's the whole body section. But then it has the legs and it has the arms. But when you put in the other Stunticons, they just like fill in the gaps, kind of like for the legs, because there's like the way that they did it. Fuck, I'll put it on my camera real quick. Although I don't have anything behind me.
Hey, what's going on? I see Grobnob. Grobnob changed his name again. What's up, Grobbers? Good to see you, buddy. I hope you were doing well. I seen him and Papa were talking about Disney Star Wars. I won't talk about it just because I don't want to get agitated and I don't want to get high blood pressure.
Don't bother them. So here is Menasor. And like the way that they did this, like with the arm over here, because it splits. So there's a transformation process in the arm. So when you actually plug in this transformer, there's a button in there, and he splits in half, and then like you snap and unfold the arm, kind of, and then you reposition it, so he could have like full articulation. So like that's pretty impressive how they did that. but like as you can see, like in the legs, so there's like a spring-loaded thing in the back. So once you do get the car in there, like it'll close up. So, but it's still pretty damn awesome and impressive how they did it. He's a big boy, you know. That's no small potatoes here.
Now the legs are they snapping onto the front or are they snapping onto the back?
The cars are going to be on the back.
Wow, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, that's the one thing that kind of bummed me out too. But I looked at the episode of the cartoon where the Autobots, like there were two Minosaurs, they fought each other, and that's how it was.
What did they? I think they used Hound's hologram gun or something like that, or I forget what they did. That. I remember that episode, but eventually it wore off.
Yeah, because when they were fighting, it like they couldn't hold it together, and then they all kind of fell because they were like magnetically put together, like they were standing on each other, kind of. But in that episode, you can see it there too. That the Stunticons, like the legs, that's how they were. Like the car part was like behind; it wasn't in front. So like the figure is accurate, surprisingly.
I do really appreciate when they really delve into it and they really go G1. I mean, that was why I really liked Grimlock so much. Slag to a lesser degree because they did have to change a lot of things for the engineering to make him transform from robot into dinosaur, and even Sludge to a small degree. They kept with the formula that was in the original Transformers, especially Grimlock. So if you had an original Grimlock, there was only a few more steps to change him, but it was almost the exact same transformation process that you've seen in the original figures that came over from that Diaclone era stuff. So, I mean, I love when they were able to put the engineering in, so old-time fans can actually just pick this thing up, remember how they transformed it when they were younger, and do the same thing with the new ones. I really like when they do that stuff, but I know with the engineering and everything that they're putting into these newer figures, it's not going to be exactly the same, but I like when they try to get close to it.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree. Sometimes they could, other times don't bother sacrificing, because some of these things, they are very complicated. I mean, to get the whole trailer plus the main body of Motormaster in there for this whole transformation process, like you only have like one leftover part essentially out of like the 5 parts that come off of the trailer. But yeah, no, it is impressive. It is, the engineering on this. I don't know how long this guy took, but it had to take a long time for them to figure this all out. Including the mechanisms too, because there's spring-loaded shit on these figures, and how to get them, to snap in properly and to look correct. Like, my hat goes off to them for sure. But yeah, dude, I'm so pissed too, because Wild Rider, I was in Target a couple days ago, and I asked somebody who was working there, and I said, I'm looking for this figure. The guy looks it up on his stupid little phone thing that they got there, whatever, like their scanner thing. And he goes, oh, looks like we have 3 in the back. I'm like, oh, perfect. I'll get one for myself. I'll get one for Tommy. And the guy, he comes back. He's like, they're not back there. I went, what? He goes, yeah, it says we have 3 in stock, but he's not here. And like, we tore apart the whole fucking toy section. Could not find them for shit. So somebody stashed them. And I was very upset.
Drives me nuts when they do that. What's up, CJH? I see Angelus is talking about, he says he needs to bring up some of his Transformers stuff I have packed away. He said he'd like to do a show about, with us about that. So he says, they are the Michael Bay Transformers, but I have the Jetfire and the Cement Truck and a few others. You know what? As much as I hate those movies, I will give them credit. They did put a lot of design work into the toy versions of those things. Even though the movies aren't my cup of tea, they did put a lot of engineering into those movie Transformer figure. So
I had a couple.
Hey, what's up, Drew?
What's up, man? Yeah, I know I have the Optimus that they did. I don't remember where the hell that thing is. It's in a bin somewhere. It's buried somewhere. I had a good number of Transformers, and then I stopped for a minute. Well, more than that, but because again, all this shit's very pricey. And I think I'm going to be hitting. I'm going to be hitting that limit again. So I got a couple of the pre-orders that have come in. One of the figures I reviewed just the other day, you know, he's one I've been waiting for a long time. I cancel a lot of other shit, but him, I wanted. You know, I'm like, nah, I need it for my collection. And yeah, it was the 40th anniversary. Luke Skywalker, the snow speeder one. And dude, beautiful figure. Happy I got him. You know, and we know what Mark Hamill is these days, so it didn't matter because Luke was still a hero back then. And yeah, no.
Well, when you look at it that way, you're actually paying respect and you're enjoying the character, not so much the person.
Exactly.
I mean, now granted, when you get into more modern stuff, it gets a little bit more difficult to watch what some of these people are doing, especially for me. But yeah, what they did back then wasn't tied to all that nonsense. So it's a little bit easier to go back and enjoy that for what it was. And what's going on, Captain Fan Nerd? What's up, Trek? And Soul Assassin in the house. What's up, Soul Assassin? Tommy's going to open up the Guinea Collective Museum of Transformers.
That's right.
That wouldn't be a half bad idea.
Jeez,
what's
yeah,
CJ talking crazy. About? Talking about the leaks for new Transformers looks promising.
Oh, I don't. That new animated one? I don't think so.
I heard they were doing a live action.
Oh, okay, that I didn't know. I don't know
because I seen something where they had Optimus Prime rolling through the streets or something.
Okay, wait. Last I heard, if they make a new one, they said they were going to continue the designs that were from the Bumblebee movie, which it'd be the wise thing to do. It's the closest to the to G1, but yeah, I don't know. Is that what this is? Is that what part of it?
Well, it's supposed to be like he's talking about right here. It's Beast something. I do believe it's supposed to somehow tie into the Beast Wars type stuff.
But how?
I think somehow. I'm not sure. Yeah, see, Soul Assassin saying the same thing. Beast Wars.
Beast Wars live action, but it's still gonna have
Rise of the Beasts.
See, I hate when they do that shit.
Yeah, it sounds almost like they're gonna what they did with the Kingdom on Netflix with the Siege or War for Cybertron. The last one where they had Kingdom, where they had a mixture of the Beast Wars and then the old G1. I think that's probably something what they're going to go towards in this live action.
Which, for me, to be honest, I think they screwed that up. I like the first two parts. I think that third part they goofed. I don't think it was wise to do the Beast Wars stuff in there because it didn't really work. Because they had the toys were Earthrise, but we never got the proper Earthrise stuff in the Netflix thing. Like it should have been, around in the 80s, or even if they did more contemporary, if they wanted to do that. But I don't know. I didn't like what they did. That they go to Earth and then it's the Beast Wars era stuff, which they already handled that in the cartoon, the animated stuff. They did it properly. It made sense. Like you saw that Optimus and the guys, like they got there before them. And they stumbled upon their craft, and Megatron fucking blew Optimus's face off, and they had to reconstruct them. I don't know if you remember that, if you saw that.
I don't remember that part, but I really didn't watch. I didn't really watch the Beast Wars much. It just wasn't my thing. By then, I was working a lot too, so I didn't have time to watch it. But I would definitely say, like we said, and I've said it before, I think that the Kingdom was the weakest out of that trilogy that they put on Netflix. The first two were killer. Like all the nods that they gave to Sunbow, all the nods that they gave to the 86 movies, and all the nods that they gave to the old comic books, and even some of the early IDW stuff before they started going woke. All that stuff was great. All of it was great. I agree. And then that last one was that Kingdom was definitely the weakest out of that trilogy. And I think they wanted to just jam way too much into it. That's what it was.
I mean, it wasn't awful. I still watched it. And I still enjoyed a lot of it. But yeah, it could have been a lot better. Again, they handled most of that stuff anyway in the original Beast Wars and Beast Machine stuff. And I think they did it in a classier way during the run of those cartoons, from what I remember, the CG shit. But yeah, I mean, the episode was incredible because like the dinosaur version of Megatron, they got to the ship first. And they saw all the Autobots, like they were in hibernation mode or whatever. and he goes like, "This is the famous Optimus Prime." And they're smaller. They're a lot smaller than our G1 counterparts. So like, you know, they had to climb up on top, and like he's on top of him, and he takes his cannon and blasts Optimus's face apart. And it's like, what the how? Wait a minute. And this is supposed to be, you know, direct cannon. And then, you know, when the Beast Autobots get in there, like, you know, you see the villains run away and they're laughing like they won and all this shit. And they reconstruct Optimus's face and his head by the end of the episode. And at the end, you see like his eyes light up. He looks at him, like almost gives him like a head nod, and then goes back into like hibernation mode. I'm like, oh my god, why don't they just do this in CGI? You know, the G1 stuff. But yeah, no, it was pretty fucking cool.
I hear you, CJH. Yeah,
the thing
I get why they had humans, but it's Transformers movie. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I feel you.
hate when they do that. Yep. Focus on the robots. But the one thing I think you might have enjoyed is that the monkey version of Optimus, he had to hold the Allspark. You know, so I guess it wouldn't die out or something. So when he put it in him, he transformed like it almost like it mutated him, and he became a much bigger he was like a hybrid, because he was part mechanical, like more machine-like, and then he had some ape-like features. So like, and he was like a triple changer.
That was when they were doing the Transmetal line.
Something like that. It was a mixture.
Well, when they came out with the original figures, they had the standard Beast Wars, which just looked like animals. And then somewhere down the line, I forget how many down waves it was down, they wound up going to Transmetal, where they had the vacuum metal parts on the outside of the Beast modes. So what you're saying sounds like that's explaining why they had the Transmetal toys out.
I want to see if I could find this thing, because he didn't have it. I don't remember him having any metal parts, because I remember that figure. He was orange and blue. He looked a little bit more like, when he was in robot mode, he looked closer to Ultra Magnus, just with more like orange and blue colors.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I have it in pieces in the back, and it's got the vacuum metal parts on it. The blue, yeah, it's like the blue on the chest is vacuum metal look. The only thing I'm missing off mine is I'm missing the head. I think it is the head's missing off this thing. Like, I got it secondhand. I found it in like a Goodwill or something like that. I was in a Goodwill one day and I found that. I was like, I'll pick it up for parts in case I ever find anybody wants it, or in case I find more parts for him to complete it.
Okay. Oh yeah. I found the thing. Hold on a sec.
I can't remember if it was just the blue or if it was more, but I know the blue was like a vacuum metal.
There he is. You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So this was definitely the one you're talking about?
It looks very similar, but the one I have has got more of a vacuum metal look to it.
Okay. Maybe they did like a special edition? Oh, yeah. Look, there you go.
There it is right there. That's it right there, the vacuum metal parts.
Nice. Yeah, I don't remember that one. I guess the one that I got, or I had at the time, I think it was maybe the first one. But yeah, dude, it was pretty cool though. And yeah, he was substantial. He was a much bigger figure, because like he grew to about the same size as the regular Optimus that we see from G1. You know, from like the little monkey version. So like, they did a cool job. I don't know, something about that series. I wasn't sold in the first season, but then I started watching. Frank was watching. He's like, "This is actually pretty cool." I'm like, "What?" I said, "They're animals. Like, that doesn't make any sense." And then he said, No, give it a chance. I'm like, and I did, and it was pretty damn cool. So yeah, I ended up enjoying that stuff. Yeah, again, I'm with you though. If they go completely woke, like, I'll finish off whatever. Like, again, I was gonna kind of finish off. Tommy, you pulled me back into a lot of this shit, brother.
I'm almost sorry, but you know, I mean, they've been doing some amazing stuff. Hey, Curtis YZ, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. But I mean, you know, it's one of those things we've gone back and forth and we've talked about how well some of these figures are done. And I mean, I know there's a lot of those Marvel ones that you were showing off. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't argue that a lot of them look amazing. Like that Hulk one you were showing off, some of the Spider-Man ones that you were showing off, they do look amazing. It's just, I am just so dead set against Disney. I can't do it. And I've seen some of the Star Wars, the Black series that you're always talking about. I seen a Boba Fett one, and I looked at that thing, and I was like, "Damn, that thing looks killer."
Yeah,
and then the only thing I could say is it's a shame that Disney sucks that much, and I had to walk away.
See, and I hear you, man. I hear you. Like I got I try to get the best representation of the characters that I like, and then I'm done. You know, and but with the majority of the Marvel shit, like I'm done. It's got to be one hell of a killer character, or be like, oh yeah, I definitely need that. But I'm not getting that. You know what I mean? Like all the shit that's out there now. Like I think the last 2 Marvel Legends lines, they're really like subpar shitty characters. You know, it's like who cares? You know, the Spider-Man one, like I had to get like that black one, in the Venom suit. That's one of my favorites. That figure is incredible. Like, yeah, now I'm good. I don't really need any more. That 60th anniversary one, he looks good. He looks tempting, but I'm not going to. I saw the 2-pack with I guess Mary Jane became a superpowered hero or some shit too in one of the storylines, and that Spider-Man, they actually gave him toe articulation, and it works, and it's needed. But they didn't put it on the 60th anniversary figure. And they didn't put it on the last 2 that they're going to do. So it's like, what the fuck? You just stepped it up, and now you went backwards. Like, eat a dick.
Yeah, Soul Assassin, I believe that's the one I seen the one time.
Was it the anniversary one? Like, his packaging was a little bit wider? Because I have one that I got around Christmas time. I think I
want to say this thing was in the shelves, on the shelves, maybe about a year and a half to 2 years ago.
It might be the same one. I like the packaging is a little bit wider. It's like I'll look for it. I know I have it in the closet somewhere. But yeah, no, it's a sweet. If it's the same one, it's a sweet fucking figure. He came with the fire attachment too, so you could have him with that blowtorch weapon off of his arm. No, it's a beautiful figure, no doubt about it. And they redesigned it from the ground up too, so the articulation's really, really sweet on that thing. But yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah, I was going through the back room and some of the totes, and I was actually looking for something in particular because I was going to do a short video on the McDonald's Halloween buckets that they had coming back out. And the one I picked up, and I was like, I knew it looked different, but I couldn't figure out how much different it looks. I had to go find the old ones. I could only find the witch. But while I was searching for that, I wound up coming across a bunch of other stuff. And I found this one crate. It's literally just filled. Everything in this freaking tote is all Boba Fett. Slave One ships, all these different versions of Boba Fett throughout the years. Like even the Power of the Force stuff, it was in there.
Nice.
Like, It was nuts, and I was just laughing looking at all this shit. I was like, "That's killer!" And it's the same time I found those 1992 Kenner Aliens figures that were still carded.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Holy shit! Look at that,
dude!" Yeah, that is pretty sick.
Hey, what's up, Scrambles? Hope you were doing well.
What's up, man? Hey, you did get the Jurassic Park Transformers, right? Or no?
No, I didn't. Remember. I was looking at it. And I really thought about it, but honestly, I've never been a huge Jurassic Park fan.
Yep.
So it was kind of one of the things I was like, it does look really cool. I love the design. I like that they're mixing them with the 2 movies, but I was never that big of a fan. And the price tag on it, I was like, I can't see spending that kind of money for something that I wasn't that big of a fan of. So I wound up avoiding it.
Okay. Yeah, because I think GameStop has these sales and shit. I want to see what the price is on it next time I go, because I know there's one GameStop I go to that still has one. If he's like on a massive discount, I'm thinking about it, because I don't know, there's something about it that does look really fucking cool, but like you said, not for that price tag, and I can't afford it anyway. it'd have to be, because I know they're doing like, you know, these huge sales right now. I don't know if it's because it's the end of the year or because no one's buying shit. But if I could get it at a steal, I will. You saw that I got that Stone Cold for like $24. So, and that's like a $60 item. I was like, holy shit. But if I could get that thing for around the same, I would pull the trigger on it. But I'll see
Scramble
next
says, Boba freed the Wookiee slave. He's not a bad guy. But he had Wookiee scalps hanging off his shoulder.
It's true. It's true. But yeah, man.
But we were talking about this before. Remember, I was talking about those ridiculous prices that they had on the Titan figures for the Transformers?
Yeah.
And the one time I seen Scorponok had actually come down in price, and they were selling him for a few months, and he was down to like $75.
Oh,
and
wow.
That thing started. Yeah, that thing started at over 150 something. So for it to come down to 75 was a steep price drop.
Yeah, if I remember, I seen him once in Target, and I think he was like 169 and shit. So yeah, with tax and everything, he's probably close to like 180. Yeah, it's
now I don't remember where I've seen it for 75, but I even though I really didn't want to spend it, I really did look at it and thought about it. And you know, in hindsight, I probably should have pulled the trigger on it, because even if I didn't take him out of the box, it's something that I could have saved for later on. And if I decided I didn't want it, I could have always resold it. And at that price, I probably could have got some decent money for it. But you know what? Somebody else might have got it and enjoyed it, or another scalper got it and is probably selling it for 3 or 4 times that amount.
Son of a bitch. Well, let's hope it's somebody who just enjoys it. Let's be a little more optimistic and positive about shit for a change. But yeah, no, I agree, man. Those Titan ones, you need a whole lot of space and a lot of money to get those fuckers. That's too much, man. Like I told you, some of these
it's like that. It's like the train bot set. Those Titan-sized train bots.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're 150 a figure. You need, what is it, 5 or 6 of them to form the giant robot out of them. I mean, that thing is so damn big. Where would you put it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that people like they did the Hasbro Pulse shit for Unicron. Dude, that thing is like 3 feet wide, and then like when you transform him, he's like 4 feet or something. That is insane. That's insane. Sorry, you gotta be one hell of a rich fucking person with a mansion or some shit. Like, where are you gonna put these things? It's the size of a child.
Well, imagine this. Imagine if they did them 2 size of the other Transformer figures.
Oh, jeez.
You'd need like an airport hangar to put the thing in.
Right? Tell me about, because even if the core figures are still too big in comparison to the size he's supposed to be.
Way too big.
Yeah. Which is hilarious. Yeah, fuck. Hold on, we're gonna go rent this airport. Dude, that's
I need a team of 20 people. I'm transforming Unicron today.
Yeah, right. You get it? Yeah. No, you can't. You physically can't. Your backs are already broken, man. You can't. The weight of that fucker. Oh my god.
I'll sit on the chair with the megaphone. All right, turn that piece. No, the other way.
Would it be as much fun? You're watching someone else do it.
I don't know. It could be, because I could just sit there and laugh at people making mistakes and then keep correcting them. I don't know. That could be fun. I'd like to put somebody short to work on that, like Walton, because that would be hilarious.
You want to make $5 an hour? Oh shit. That's funny. We could do that trick everyone's been doing like a TikTok. You could have a regular $5.
From what I understand,
when you give it to him, it's the size of a blanket.
Soul Assassin, from what I understand, they didn't meet funding on it, so there's only a few of them out there, and they're going for ridiculous amounts, like Vinnie was saying.
Yeah, I saw one guy, Mgo, I think his name is on YouTube. He had it, and he was dude. He had to transform him in chunks because it was too much. like he had him like on this big hook, and like he had to take him like in like 4 major quadrants, and like, dude, it took him like 20 minutes to undo one arm, then the other one, and then the legs. It's like, nah, that's all right. That's the drawing.
Well, I have the Armada Unicron, which stands roughly about I want to say 2.5 to 3 feet tall. It's still pretty big, but even that thing, like, because it's so, all these different moving parts, and even that thing could take a good 30 minutes or maybe even 40 minutes to transform, which is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, but trying to get Menasor for the first time altogether, he took me a good 40 minutes. I was just trying to figure it out, because there's a lot
do you
going
do
on.
the same thing I do, and you try to figure it out on your own before you try to grab the directions?
Yep.
I do that every time, and I always get down to that one piece that you should have turned this way instead of that way, and that's why I can't complete the transformation.
Yeah. Truthfully, I had to look at the main body part because I got him from robot mode to vehicle mode just fine, but then to get him ready to attach to the other parts of the trailer to build Menasor, like I didn't know how to fold them up properly because his legs are a little bit origami like. It's not impossible, but you don't want to snap any of those pieces. You know what I mean? Because like his legs have to fold up a certain way, and then you have to move a lot of like really thin pieces. So like, yeah, I don't want to break this, so let me just take a look. So yeah, it's basically you just kind of get them into like a ball shape, kind of. But yeah, all in all, pretty damn cool.
I like this. We got our first drive-by comment here.
What car is that coming up? Creep. Drive-by.
Tommy's going to answer the age-old question: how many guinea pigs does it take to transform Unicron without turning into him? I'm assuming. Now, CJH, which came first, Unicron or the Death Star? Are you talking about the Death Star from the movies? Obviously, the Death Star in the movies came first. Now, if you're talking about the Transformers Star Wars crossover, Unicron came first in Transformers before they did the Darth Vader crossover toy. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Do you remember those?
No, I don't remember those
when they did the Transformers Star Wars crossovers.
Oh wait, Luke turned into the jet or into the.
He turned into the X-wing, and then Obi-Wan turned into a Jedi Star. I've got those two. I've got Luke and I've got Obi-Wan. There was 2 different versions of Darth Vader. Darth Vader turned into his little interceptor TIE fighter, and then they had a second Darth Vader that turned into the Death Star. Then they had a Han Solo that turned into the Millennium Falcon, and then they had a Boba Fett that turned into a Slave One. Like they had tons of different figures. These things were so cool. I couldn't find half of them. And, of course, the Death Star and the Millennium Falcon were way overpriced at the time.
Oh, of course they were. Oh, yeah, I found them.
Yeah, was it Han and Chewie? Yeah, you're right. It was both of them, wasn't it?
Oh, you put them together?
Yeah, the Falcon turned into Han and Chewie.
Yeah, his robot mode, not so good.
Yeah, there's the TIE Fighter. Yeah, the Interceptor TIE Fighter version.
Yeah. Yeah, the vehicle mode was great. Oh shit! He turned to the Death Star as well.
That's the second one I talked about.
Damn.
It was huge. I think at the time when that first came out, that thing was over $75 in the store, which at the time was pretty unheard of for toys, because that's when they started to really get pricey. Yeah, that one was pricey.
Yeah. I hear the other two, although. I don't really.
Yeah, Chewie and Han, Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. So, they were a 2-pack. Okay, excellent. Interesting though too. Yeah, these are crazy.
Oh, I forgot about Grievous.
Holy shit! Oh, that does look pretty cool. His vehicle mode. Not too bad.
Yeah, weird spinner walker vehicle.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Well, you know, another thing I really
They
liked
did
about
Darth
these
Maul,
Transformers
too.
is they incorporated, yeah, his interceptor. Yeah, they like I said,
Mhm.
there's a Slave One with Boba Fett, but if you see the lightsaber, they incorporated what would be the blast effects of the
Nice.
ships to be the lightsabers. So they
That's
didn't
cool.
waste any space on these things where it was like a complete separate thing that you had to store it somewhere else. No, it became part of the ship.
Yeah, that's smart. That's the way to do it if you're going to do it. Oh, wow. They had a lot more characters, apparently. Holy shit. I guess these did really well. I didn't know that they did this many of them. I guess that's a reissue. Done another paint job. Not bad,
Possibly.
though. I wonder if they tackle it now, would it be like, oh my god, they did Yoda too.
The troop transport.
Yeah. That looks more like Clone Wars type stuff. Ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see this one. That's kind of funny, not gonna lie. Oh, shit. I don't know, man. Transformers.
Yeah,
is
see,
cool.
CGH said he had the Jedi Interceptor too. Scramble says he wants a Lego Millennium Falcon and Death Star.
Yeah.
Did somebody get the bot already? Let me see.
Oh,
I'll block him.
Yeah, block that shit.
All right, somebody got it. It said error occurred.
Good. Good. Give him hell. Yeah, because I was looking at the other screen, so I didn't see the chat.
Death Star THC gummies.
E-Tap would be all over those.
When you take them, you say, "Ah, my first catch of the day."
Oh, shit.
Oh, which came first, the Death Star or Cybertron? Well, you got to remember, Transformers weren't created until 1982 when Marvel started writing the comics.
Mm-hmm.
So the Death Star was already out in 77 when George wrote that.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and it was just, well, concept-wise and everything, it was maybe, what, 70, late 75? You really want to get technical. It took a couple
they're always
years to
working on
get
their
it all
scripts for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, those scripts, the artwork, just to come up with all this shit, you know, not an easy feat.
You ain't lying, Soul Assassin. I've seen a few of these Lego sets that are like incredibly expensive. Somebody gifted me one, and I still got it sitting in the back. And one of these days, I'm going to sell the damn thing. But it's a Lego set of Yoda.
Okay.
I have no need for it. But last time I looked, the damn thing was selling for over $170 or $180 or something. Maybe even up to $300. I forget. I forget how much it was, but it was ridiculously high, I thought.
Yeah, most likely. The Star Wars shit, I know they really shoot the price up, but like I had checked out what was it? I think it put up as a short. I gotta go through the main thing. But like I saw the Optimus Prime Lego, and it also you could put it in both vehicle mode and robot mode, and like that fucker was going for 170, I think. Yeah, we talked about with Adam. I thought it put it up. Where the hell is this? Yeah, we did put it up as a short. Like this was insane. Hold on. Let me show this. Dude, like he transforms. So you build your Lego Optimus, and then you can transform him. That's impressive as shit.
That's some serious design work, and you don't have to take it apart. It just literally transforms after you build it.
Looks like it.
Wow.
Right? Oh my shit. If I won the lotto or something, I would have picked up like 2 of those. I would just send you one right away. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, no, these things are killer. And there was where the fuck? I know I had the Ecto one. Yeah, here's the Ecto one. This was amazing too. Around the same price, like 160 to 180, something like that. And that is beautiful, man.
That looks almost as detailed as the ones that those movie. Remember the movie one that they had for the Ecto one? That looks almost as detailed as that.
Yep. Dude, impressive as hell. Like, there's a reason why these things are going for that much money. And aftermarket, these things are going to be like, again, 400, 500 bucks, just like Scramble's saying.
Well, you see what Scramble's saying, $399 retail for the Death Star. Like, jeez. Wow.
Yeah, they're going to go up more than that. That's for sure. I know some of those Star Wars ones, they're in the thousands. I saw it somewhere. I forgot what it was, but yeah, kind of crazy. Oh, since I got this up anyway. Here's that Luke figure, the 40th anniversary. And I gotta say, man, this thing is impressive as hell. The paint job on this guy, packaging is real clean and nice. So they have like your standard kind of packaging, and then you slide it off, and it has like the retro kind of carded look, which I thought was pretty damn genius. So there's the Empire Strikes Back, Snow Speeder pilot Luke, and yeah, dude, I was really, really, really impressed with this thing. I'm happy I never canceled it because I came close. Well, I'm like, no, I want this in my collection because I got a handful of really good, like, the original lineup from like those. I don't have Classic Han or Chewie. They're too expensive. Cannot find them anyway. But I got the Emperor. I got a Vader. I got him. I got R2-D2. I got Obi-Wan from Revenge of the Sith, I believe. Yeah, because he had the beard. Yeah, he's got the high ground. But anyway, like I have a decent number of them. But like I know Star Wars isn't really something that people are going too crazy about unless it's Mandalorian. And I forgot if I reviewed him. But yeah, I did the Boba Fett. I have the Mythos version, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, no, this guy is impressive as hell. And in person, like that face, everything they did on here, the proportions on this guy, like it looks like he took Mark Hamill and shrunk him down. I don't know how the hell they do some of the work that they do, but very impressive with his articulation and everything too. The material they use, like the puffy jacket, dude, and like in the weathering they did on it too. Like they put like the dirt and grime all over his shoulders. This is just a really, really great piece. So, yeah, sometimes these companies.
Yeah, I loved all the little extras too. Including the strapping in between his legs, like all those little details that they added too.
Oh yeah, man, for sure, dude, it's killer. And then yeah, you can take off the gloves. It's like in 2 parts anyway, so you can get them like with his regular hands. They put material like for the boot area, so they retain like a beautiful ball joint for the ankles, so you can get them in amazing poses. Like the only downside of this figure would be the belt because it's like that pleather shit. But if you don't fidget around with it, like that should last a very long time. Like I don't think it's gonna degrade in a big way. Unless people really got their hands all over and they're playing like 5-year-olds on the floor. But I doubt it. You get to a nice pose and you leave it on a shelf or in a showcase, whatever the hell. But look at that helmet, man. The paint job on that thing. Whew. Yeah, they went above and beyond. The visor could go up. And this thing separates in 3 parts. So you take off like the mohawk type middle part from the back, and then it splits in half. You have the that under layer that you put in between. Dude, it's killer. It's killer how they did this. Chin strap, all that great stuff. Yeah, dude, the blaster looks fucking amazing. That looks like metal, but it's all plastic. Like the paint job is really, really good on this thing. Good amount of weathering. Yeah, they know what they're doing. And yeah, his like magnetic gun thing when he went on the at or the AT-AT, whatever you want to call it. And that front part's
the grappling hook.
Yeah, it's magnetic too, which is pretty dope. And the back part comes apart as well. So like you can kind of wrap the string around like a stick in the inside. So, you know, you can get it all contained again if you don't want it all loose. And, there's his lightsaber. It came with the swishing effect as well. It's something that's like standard in all these figures now. So it's pretty dope. There you have it.
You know what I was kind of surprised they didn't include with it?
What's that?
A blaster effect.
Yeah, that's something they should add. You know, this pisses me off though. I hate these fucking arms. The swap out arms to put the LED thing going on for the lightsaber, not worth it. They need to do the USB attachment, and I think that they're doing it with the newer Luke that's supposed to be coming out, the one that's from Mandalorian. I know a lot of like the newer figures they're going to do it with. I guess this is the last one that they did just to swap out arm, but fuck that. I ain't putting that on. You could break a figure so easily trying to swap that shit out. I did it once with one of the Star Wars figures I had, and I regretted it. I'm like, no. But everything else is pretty sweet.
Oh crap! Did you see what
What?
Did you see what CJ said?
No. What's that?
Real quick before it gets lost in the chat, he said the Cloud City Lego is damn well near 12,000, and he's saying 1,300 used.
Holy hell, that's insane.
And even the Boba Fett he's saying is 3,000, and Luke is 1,000.
Yep.
Like
I was right,
insane.
dude. I was right. I knew they were in the thousands. This was cool. They gave you 3 different floor options for this guy as well. So that was pretty nice. And yeah, here's the where was the magnet? Right there. So that's pretty cool. And he's got like 2 parts on the underside. So if you want, you know, screw them into, you know, a shelf or something from on top, and you could have like Luke hanging, which is pretty dope. I never seen.
Is that magnet that strong?
Well, with the base, with the doll stand, that's why they have, I guess, the hugger one instead of just a crotch piece. So there's it goes around his waist. So yeah, no, and it's secure enough where it could hold him upside down. So you could kind of recreate it if you want. But yeah, so there, magnetic hair, and yeah, there's the what would you call that? This piece.
Oh, what? Oh, jeez, it's like an environmental hat, like an environmental sock hat, you know, hat or something.
Yeah, something like that.
It's what they would wear like in colder climates. Because if you remember on the shows, he didn't have that like in any other scenes other than when he got into the fighter from Hoth. So it had something to do with the cold weather, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but it looks good the way that they did this. And yeah, it kind of it goes in 2 parts like that. Well, 3 parts with the Mohawk piece. So the thing is, it's hard to do through the viewfinder on the, you know, on camera like this. But I ended up taking it off and then putting it all together. It's tricky because of the puffiness of the collar part, but I mean, you can get it on and it does look good. Like, you got to fidget with it though to make sure it's on, like, you know, straight all the way. But yeah, no, I thought they did an amazing job with this thing. Fucking beautiful.
No, that was a beautiful piece. As soon as you posted, I had to check it out, and I was very impressed with the design that they put into that thing.
Oh yeah, man! All the details. It really is impressive, and like all those little canister things on his legs, like those could slip off too. I don't know what he used them for in the movie, but you know, it looked cool. Like, it works, and man, he stands out because of that orange on a shelf. Holy shit! Yeah, no, dude, I'm very happy I got this one. You know, so if I'm gonna get a classic Luke from the original 3 movies, like, I'm happy I got this one. That's for sure. Yeah, articulation's really good, and he's got really tight joints that, like, they're clip ratcheted kind of. Like, you could get them up, but, like, you know, it's almost like you get a little nervous because it's very, very firm. He's gonna hold the pose no matter what, so that's a good thing.
Well,
Nice.
you know what? I used to worry about a lot of those ratcheting joints too until I'd taken a few transformers apart. I don't know if you've ever done that yourself, but a lot of those ratcheting joints, believe it or not, they're on springs and everything too. So that it's almost like a slip joint. So when they ratchet, the slip joint pops out so you can't break them. Like if there's too much stress, the spring pushes the gear away so it doesn't break.
See, that's great engineering.
Yeah, there's a lot of engineering in those type of ratcheting joints. It's actually pretty astounding what they do.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad that when they put that extra work into these things, because I mean they're high end collectibles, so this isn't something you can get every day. But I for something like this, like I put a little bit of money aside, and as like that pot kind of went up, I'm like, okay, I can pull the trigger on something like this. But again, he was a pre-order from a while ago. Again, super happy I got him. I had the R2D2. He looked absolutely beautiful, and now together, bam! Like these guys look incredible together. But again, I had to fidget with the leg in order to get them both on the rotating base. But yeah, just
need a bigger rotator.
Yeah, that's true. And the snow, you can put it on any side because it's not clipped in or anything. You just plug it on. And it sits nicely. But yeah, no, these guys are great, beautiful stuff. And again, there's your childhood stuff. He was a hero of hope, and I like to remember him that way, not what they did to him. So yeah, fucking badass. And yeah, I left one glove on, one off, just to kind of show people, what you could do, the different looks and how it is. If the arm's straight, it'll.
Well, you know what I really.
Joint. Yeah.
What I really liked about this one, Vinny, is the fact that they not only included the aspects of Hoth, especially with the undergarment for the cold weather, like when he was in the snowspeeder. They included the elements of him being on Bespin. They included the elements of him being on Dagobah with the base, where you're showing the different pieces that you could have on the base for different areas. So this was Luke almost through most of Empire Strikes Back with his flight suit and all the scenes that he was in.
Yep, absolutely, man, absolutely. And I got to say, dude, they rocked it, because I know they've had a difficult time getting his likeness down too. But I think on this one, holy hell, man, beautiful work they did on this. And again, this doesn't do it justice when you see it in person. All the kind of speckling from the paint job in the face, like to make sure like you kind of see the pores and everything, like really beautiful stuff. So yeah, impressed. Yeah, to say the least, definitely impressed with this guy. And I know we
amazing piece, absolutely.
Hold on, I know we missed a couple of things too. Where oh no, did we get it? Did I show this last time? The other Predator?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Oh,
yeah, because I was commenting how big he was.
Okay. No, he was 5. This is 5 days ago. No, I don't think I showed this one. I showed the other two. I showed 2 out of the 3.
I remember you showing that big guy. I remember you showing the big guy. Like, I remember that.
We didn't stream 5 days ago.
No, but I think you already had it done. I don't think you'd put it up yet.
No, we didn't show it on Collectable Past. I think I had put up maybe 2 days.
I don't know where you showed it. I do recall you showing this.
Unless it was in private.
Maybe it wasn't here. Maybe it was on another stream.
You sure it wasn't in private?
I don't know. Maybe, but possibly.
I can't remember.
It could have been. Could have been.
But this thing is, oh my god, very happy I got this thing. The 100th one that they did, I couldn't believe that they made 100 Predator figures. But this is NECA's big money machine. So, dude, bless them on what they did, because this design is so incredible. The paint on this guy, he's got like a shimmer to him and everything. Or maybe it was a short. I think I showed the short. Yeah, he would. Yeah, because he was in the other 2 reviews when he was in the rotating base with the 3 of them. I didn't show him by himself. That was it. But yeah. So here he is by himself. And yeah, dude, this guy is beautiful, beautiful figure. We'll jump ahead a little bit because he comes with a bunch of stuff. You know, the weapons, alternate hands, his mask, and his mask clips on properly too, which is really cool. Because some of the other guys, they don't do that with.
Yeah, I remember you talking about one of the other ones where it didn't clip on properly. And I'm not creative. What's going on, buddy? I see you in there, and that's not a problem. I'm glad I was able to stop on for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're getting a bit of a delay.
Yeah, it's my end. It's the internet again. I'm catching it here and there. I've got a little bit of delay when I'm speaking.
Gotcha. So I'll skip ahead a little bit. But yeah, there he is with his full mask on and shit. But yeah, like, you know, very primal, primitive, you know, predator. And dude, yeah, totally impressed with this guy. The range of motion and the articulation, everything they did on him, beautiful stuff. He comes with his own story as well, which is really awesome. Yeah, dude, yeah, this thing was good shit.
How fast did that sell out?
Pretty damn fast. I went 2 days because like when I saw them, like it looked like they had like 6 of them out. I'm like, oh shit, nice. But I had to get something else, and then I'm like, oh fuck it, I want to pull the trigger on this guy. I went the next day. They only had 1 left, and I got him. So I'm like, okay, that was good. And dude, that Target I went to, they never got any more RoboCops in. They had the 4 that were stolen, and that was it.
And I haven't had a chance to get back out to my local Target, which is I'm going to be going out in a few days or so, and I'm going to look again for you and see if I can find it.
Cool. Yeah, I want to try to go this weekend at some point. I got a lot of work I got to do though, but yeah, man, I'll still try to get out to the stores because I know we're both looking for damn.
There's someone in the bathroom, Herb.
I don't think he gives a shit. But yeah, no, dude, the paint job on this guy is it's impeccable. Super impressed. Again, I don't know how they're doing it, but at this scale to do the quality that they're doing, yeah, man, beautiful stuff. They're crushing it.
Oh, there's something else I wanted to tell you real quick since we're talking about NECA and the quality they're doing on the Predators. What I seen recently when I went to Target, they got SH Monster Arts figures.
Oh, no shit.
I seen the only one they had was King Kong, but they have King Kong versus Godzilla SH monster art figures. I was like, wow, they look amazing too.
Oh, get the hell out of town. What are they going for?
I didn't see the price. They didn't even have the price on the shelf, but I was seriously thinking about it.
Is it the Kong from the latest movie?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Yeah, all right. I'll keep an eye out for those things too, man. I like the way he looked in the last 2 movies that they did.
Because what I really want is I want the Godzilla one. So, I mean, I'm probably going to pick up the Kong anyway, but I am definitely on the hunt for the Godzilla one.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I would probably get both. Although I really, really hope, and I would do this just because it's great attention to detail, I would have Samuel L. Jackson painted under the foot of Kong. Oh, shit. Dude, but yeah, this guy is an impressive figure. Again, if you do happen to see him, I highly recommend this guy. And I know it's like good luck finding Predators in the stores because Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Even the Target stores I have around me, usually I can find something. They have been pretty bare with some of these things, and the only ones I found is like the one I told you, Ahab one. that I
Yeah.
need to do a short on, and I found the other guy, #1, the Lost what was it? Lost Tribe Predator with the light up mask. Those are the only two my targets have had ever since they first came out.
Shit. See, that's weird how they do that stuff. You know, like what they expect people to drive halfway around the country just to freaking get, you know, these specific store ones. It's crazy.
I know, right? Well, I mean, I think I get kind of fortunate because I have 3 targets in less than a 30-mile range from my house. So I've got a lot of options, but yeah, most people they don't have that many targets surrounding them.
Oh, I know. Shit. But yeah, dude, like I said, amazing stuff they got here. Beautiful, beautiful figure. Yeah, this guy, he's a must buy. So if you haven't, if you do see him, grab him. Here's the kind of the whole write up. So he's got a whole story that they did for him too, a backstory, which is great. I try to make sure that I had it on for enough where you could hit pause and kind of read it. But and the poster, this was impressive as hell, man. So it's a fold-out poster of like that front box artwork, and it's beautiful, beautiful painting. And then on the back side, they have all 99 figures. So it's sort of like a checklist type deal if you want to. Or just
remember they used to do that with Transformers and G.I. Joe?
Oh yeah, that's great, man. That's old school stuff. It's just a smart way of doing it. But dude, look at this. That is an insane collection. Although I know there's a good number of them that were like exclusives to certain conventions or shit like that, which kind of sucks. But yeah, either way, excellent stuff they did in there. Because I know they did. Where was he? Over here, they got Shane Black's character. He was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So I mean, the people who got there and they were able to get their hands on him. I think they should re-release this guy and finish out the rest of the damn team from the original movie. Like, what the fuck are they waiting for?
Well, you know what? I will say this about NECA. At least they don't shy away from re-releasing a lot of their figures.
Yeah.
For the most part. You know what I mean? Like, because there's a lot of these, like the Jungle Predator you said was an early release, and then they re-released them, and that's the one I was able to pick up. Was the original City Hunter, was he a re-release as well?
Yeah, he was too. Yeah. You can kind of tell too, because some of the articulation is different from like the newer ones. Because like the newer ones they have now, like the way that they do the double bends in the knees and in the elbows. Oh, you have the Ash figure, so you'll see they're more like that, like how Ash's elbows are. Like they did that with the Predator, the one I just reviewed for you. His knees and his elbows are like the same. So it's kind of like it's this extra kind of joint in there that looks a little more natural when you bend them to get the double bend in the knee. As opposed
Curtis wanted to know, he said Hawkins?
Yeah, isn't it? Rick Hawkins? That should be it. Yeah, I think it was Hawkins. Yeah, he was the one telling all the dirty jokes. But yeah, no, dude, beautiful stuff.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Right? Let's see if I can find it.
Real quick, say hello to Frankie. What's up, Frankie?
Oh, Frankie.
Sam
happy birthday, Frankie. Today's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Frankie. Honk, honk. Real quick, also, Scrambles had asked, any recommendations for large badass Godzilla figures? I don't know about large, but I know I seen pictures of the SH Monster art figures from SH Figure Arts, and holy shit, they look fantastic. And from the Kong one that I seen, like physically seen in my hand, those things are freaking killer.
How big are they?
Only, I think they're only like 6 or 7 inches taller though. They're not humongous. So,
okay. Shit.
But they look amazing. Like the detail is there.
Nice. Yeah, here's Hawkins, and yeah, man, dude, like, why would you not re-release this guy? Dude, look how great that is. I think he was the first one he was the first one the Predator got out of his team. There he is. But, yeah, man. No, beautiful looking figure. Great stuff. Comes with the backpack and all that shit. Like, dude, look at the detail they put in there. Yeah. I want to see Poncho. I want to see the rest of them. Give me the full lineup, you bastards. Jesse
I need two figures. I need Jesse and I need Sonny Landon.
Just those guys?
Those are my two favorite guys out of the group. I mean, it's not to say I don't like the rest of the guys, but they were my favorites.
Yeah. And come on, Carl Weathers. You gotta get Carl Weathers in there.
Oh, what about Duke?
Yeah, man. Like I said, I want the whole lineup. I would definitely get the whole lineup if they put them out.
I mean, I'm trying to talk you off the ledge here.
No, fuck you. This is my favorite freaking Arnold movie and one of my favorites out of the 80s, man. This is the go-to. It's a shit day, whatever, man. Just pop in the Predator, bam. You get lost in it, and it's great. It's the one time I think it's the best acting performance too that Arnold has given. To be honest, but yeah, and I do have this Predator. I gotta dig him out of the closet if you guys want to review. But I mean, it's essentially the same figure that I have. It's the Jungle Hunter one. He's just translucent parts.
Yeah, I know. Scrambles had mentioned the early ones, and I know exactly what he's talking about because I had one of these too. He said he wished he still had the clear Predator that you had to mail away for. Okay. Remember the early set? I think it was Kenner. I think it was Kenner that did those. They had a clear one that you had to mail away from. Then they had a glow-in-the-dark one. And I want to say they had one that was kind of like this guy, like he was partially visible, but the rest of them was clear. They had a couple different versions, but there was an all-clear version as well that was a mail-away.
Okay, yeah. I don't remember the mail-away. But that's awesome, though. Dude, like I said, they got some great stuff out there. Getting back to it. That's what they need to do. I know they released this guy 18 inches. I believe they said it's a brand new release because they had an older one. I remember when FYE was still around. I know there's a couple that are still around. But,
I have one near me, man. They are still open.
Oh wow! Because they used to carry a lot of the NECA stuff, and I remember they had an 18-inch Arnold as well, but I think he was going for like $150. I'm like, and at the time too, like money was super tight. But it was this one. This is the one that they had, but he was 18 inches, so he had like the undershirt. It looked good. Is this it? No, this is a small one. I don't know. It's the same figure though, but dude, yeah. This is the 18-inch one. Yeah, he looked great, man. In person, this guy looked really fucking good. Like if I had the money then, I would have gotten him because like I know anything Arnold related, especially from this movie, that NECA released, they're all going for insane money right now. And super hard to find.
We got another drive-by comment here, Vinnie.
What car is that coming up? Creep. Drive-by.
Vinny has an 18-incher. I think the ladies love me so much. Anyway.
Stand back.
Stand back while I whip this out. Anyway.
So many good things are being released right now. Like I still have that Tonkinator set that I've got to. What I got to do before? See, I want to do a full review of it. I want to take all the figures out. I want to form into the big Tonkinator, Devastator remix. But I want to do it right next to the original Devastator too. I want to have both of them side by side. My only problem is I have a few of the original Devastator pieces that I have in parts, and I have to build them. So I have to get the parts out, and I've got to build 2 Constructicons before I can do my review.
Damn. Holy shit. And I packed away the other one. I had the Devastator. Well, he's not really packed away. I can still reach him, but I have to put them all back together because I had to take them apart. The third party one, because I want to have them side by side with Menasor, and kind of like at least do a short or something on it. But and I'm curious to see the scale next to him because I think the Devastator is still bigger. I think he's still bigger than it, but in the cartoons, I think he was still bigger too, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, in the original cartoons, he was a little bit bigger, and in the some of the comics, they made Devastator bigger because you got to remember when that first came out, there really was no team, or I say combiner team. There was no combiner team to really go up against Devastator. Devastator was created to go up against Omega Supreme.
Right,
that was the original thought. Because by the time even though the aerial bots came out first, the aerial bots were supposed to be versus the Stunticons, and then you had the Protectobots were against the Combaticons. Like at that point they started releasing them at the same time, but initially the aerial bots got released first, and then later on they released the Stunticons, which were supposed to be their rivals. So the original Devastator set was supposed to go against their big guy, which was Omega Supreme.
Sweet. And the Dinobots, that was like an afterthought, right? That they made them combine.
Yeah, that was something that came out much later on. That actually didn't start until somewhere around the 30th anniversary when they released them in the Generations line, and then they turned them into Volcanicus, and then they or what? Wait a minute, or was it Power of the Primes? No, it was Power of the Primes. I think that they first did it. The Power of the Primes line. That's where they first combined them. And I think I have all of them, or maybe I'm just missing one. I forget because I either almost got the entire set or I do have the entire set of them. Plus, there was a side Dinobot that never got released that was going to be called Slash, and it was like a raptor. They included that as a mini core figure that turns into a chest plate or a weapon or something like that for Volcanicus.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Well, the ones that they're releasing now, are they going to combine or no?
No, not as far as I know.
Yeah,
and those figures are huge anyway, so if they did, that thing would be over 3 feet tall.
Oh, yeah, he'd be massive. Yeah, because Grimlock's fucking huge.
Yeah, Grimlock's he's at least a 12-inch figure, at least.
Yeah, he's the only one I have out of like the Dinobots that they've been releasing. Although I was tempted. I saw one time in Target they had I think it was Sludge.
Sludge, yeah.
I was like, but no, I couldn't. I know you showed me too, because like you had gotten me, yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. And like, I want it, but I can't. Some things I have to pass on. But dude, yeah. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a new review up. I'll just give you a tease of what it is. I don't know if you can guess.
Are you giving them an 18-inch rectum tease? Damn near killed him.
So we got a cool piece, super detailed, and this is a third party, by the way. Any guesses?
Not offhand.
All right. Well, I'll surprise you tomorrow with it, or maybe I'll show you the full images later. I don't know if anyone in chat can figure out what this might be. Frankie knows. Frankie, don't say anything. But yeah, no, this thing is fucking impressive. Yeah, dude. And it's one that Frankie. Yeah.
Frankie had a question earlier for you.
What's that?
How come Arnold was never cast as Frankenstein with that blockhead of his? Okay.
That's a good question. Dude, he would have been perfect. And just not have him talk. Just have him be like,
Well, he's got the monster thing down. Ah!
Right? Although if they gave him a line, it'd be like, I put my fist through your goddamn stomach and rip out your fucking spine.
They should give him a line. They should give him a big line. Maybe he'll stop acting like a tart.
Yeah. I can't believe how much of a douche that guy turned into. Come on. Anyways.
Does it have a Christian Bale head by any chance?
No, it does not.
The Tin Man?
Nope. Tin Man in a suit.
Well, well, he didn't really have a suit. He had like a weird outfit. I don't know if you ever watched that one. It was actually a show called, I think it was called Tin Man. It was like a reimagining of Oz.
Nope, doesn't ring any bells.
Yeah, I've watched it. It was just, it was okay. It was just really weird how it was done. It was kind of like in the, oh God, what's that? The, damn it, I can't think of what it's called. Like that industrial gear stuff. What the hell is it called? It's not cyberpunk, but it's the
Steampunk.
Steampunk. Thank you.
Okay.
It's done. It's done in a steampunk style.
Yeah, never even heard of it. Is it kind of recent?
This was a while ago. See, his Soul Assassin mentioned it. Sci-Fi did a Tin Man series. Yeah, that was quite a few years back. And Tin Man was a cop. That's why he was called Tin Man.
No, I'm not familiar with that at all. Crazy. Yeah, no,
it's definitely weird. I mean, it's at times it borderlines on absurd, but it's not the worst thing I ever seen. It's just if you're a fan of the original Wizard of Oz and some of the other like the old comic stories that they used to put out for, Return to Oz and all that other stuff. If you're a fan of all that stuff and remember it, this one is a little hard to digest at first, but it's not horrible. It's just weird.
Okay. Yeah. But
Curtis was quoting a line from Last Action Hero. Okay.
Yeah. But this thing, I'll have this one up tomorrow. This one's fucking epic, and it's something that Hot Toys I don't think will ever make. But I'm really happy that this third party did it, because shit, man, fucking it blew me away. One of the best likenesses I think I've ever seen.
Oh, there you go, Vinnie. If you want to check it out later, Soul Assassin put a link for part 1.
Okay. Cool. Sweet.
Yeah, bordering absurd, like you said. It's sci-fi, though. You expect that. So
yeah. I mean,
it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing I've seen them put out. So
yeah, there's still like a fun factor to some of the shit that they've done, even if it's very odd.
Like I said, it had its moments, but
yeah.
That's about all I had for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, trying to upload and everything else is just killing me because I can't put stuff up in the fashion that I'm used to putting it up, and it's just murdering me inside. It absolutely is. Every time I think about what CenturyLink has done to me, I get this.
Shitter was full.
That is CenturyLink.
It is. It really is.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm good for tonight as well, man. I'll have more stuff. The thing is, I've got to get more work done is the thing. I do got to get back to the stuff I was working on. So, but I had fun tonight as always, man. It's especially talking the Transformers stuff. I fucking love that.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things too, is, when you bring this stuff to the table, we're bringing stuff to the table. And I know everybody that's in the chat knows it right now, but anybody who might be watching this on the replay, we're bringing stuff to the table. We're talking about stuff that we truly do enjoy and not stuff that we're hating on, that everybody else just seems to focus on every day of the week. I mean, there's a time and a place to talk about the stuff that you hate, and there's a time to talk about the things that you enjoy and the things that you like. Because if you spend the entire time and your entirety of your life just worrying about what you're going to hate next, you are going to be one bitter old bastard by the time you've reached the end. So learn to have a little bit of fun.
Exactly.
But Vinny, let them know. Let them know about the show coming up and everything.
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be. We'll have am I still calling it Friday Underground on? because this month I've been doing the horror theme stuff. I think it's still Friday. Yeah, it's the Sunday one is a spooky Sunday. Yeah, but tomorrow, we'll still hit some horror topics. We'll pick maybe another one of our favorite kind of horror characters or monsters, and we'll go more into it. But yeah, and some of the horror that's going on right now in the world. So yeah, remember the Friday ones are only about an hour long. They start at 5 p.m. Eastern. And Sunday is the longer one, and that's around 9 p.m. Last Sunday was great. Jeff Hicks came in. ETEP came back from his trip. He was hanging out as well. We had Nick from World Class joined us as well. And our standard awesome, fantastic people, Chris Fisk, Tony, Draven was there. Again, we have a great lineup of awesome people and creators. Tommy was there, obviously, and so we're going to continue having great conversations. I'll try to bring on some more other surprise people as well. There's a couple people I could ask to pop in as well. We'll see what we could do, but we'll keep it interesting and fun as always. And remember, I also have comic books out there you can purchase right away. We have Through the Woods, hardcover, gorgeous ghost story. Again, ships right away. Beautiful book. Frankie Knows is the co-creator and co-writer on that one. I got Shadow of the Kraken. It's the newest one, that awesome pirate book. And City of Venus, which, again, you love hot babes, you love post-apocalyptic kind of stories, just action and all sorts of cool shit. I am working on the sequel right now as well, and that's going to be 52 pages. But, I have 3 active campaigns. Get all the great stuff while you can. Thank you, everybody, and please have a great night.
Thanks, Vinnie. I appreciate you always being here. I'm sorry that I've been having problems with this shit-ass internet company. I haven't been able to take some of the burden of the Thursday streams off your shoulders, but I'm going to try to do the best that I can with this limited crap that I'm dealing with now. But I'm going to try to get back on top of things. Oh,
I know, dude. No, it's all good, dude. I love hanging out with you. I love talking toys. So yeah, this is it's easy. As long as I can do it, I'm going to do it.
Oh, absolutely. Guys, thank you so much. Every single person that's been here. Curtis YZ, Scrambles the Death Dealer, Frankie Knows, Soul Assassin. Who else do we have coming through here? I know we had a few other people that came through earlier. I'm Not Creative was here, of course. Scrolling back up. CJH was in the house. Thank you, CJH, for coming. I know I'm missing a few other people. It's been a long day. And I still got more work to do. Papa Cotton was in the house. Captain Fandom Nerd was in the house as well. Drew had stopped in. Draven was in the house. Blake Seven, who used to be Grobnob, my buddy Grobnob from back in the day. I remember seeing Grobber a long time ago. He was in the house as well. Chaos Hoy had stopped in early. Thank you for being here as well. You guys are awesome. You guys make this so much more fun every time that you're here. Remember to always share this stuff out. Have a good time. Have a few laughs. Then you can get back digging at these idiots that just make life miserable. But anyway, guys, remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. And don't forget about us poor little guinea pigs running around with our feet. Our feet are very tired, and we're still trying to bring you entertainment, even though CenturyLink doesn't seem to want to allow us to do it. And we're putting up tons of shorts to try to have a lot of fun. So make sure, if you can, stop by and check them out. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think that we should add to some of those shorts. Maybe eventually, when we get everything working with the internet, we'll get into some live action BattleBot fights too, because it's been suggested. That's on the table. And of course, eventually getting back to going Old Skool Retro Discussions and the Guinea Pig Collective live, having a little fun nibbling away at some toes and hanging out. Of course, catch Vinnie on Friday, catch Vinnie on Sunday, and have a lot of fun as we get into more of the horror stuff on Sunday, and have some awesome talks tomorrow, maybe some toy stuff, maybe a few other surprise topics and possibly surprise guests, because you never know who Vinnie is going to bring to the table. Thank you, everybody that's been here. You all are amazing. Thank you for pushing a sad little guinea pig past 1,000 subscribers. I didn't think that was going to happen, but to everybody who said that it wasn't going to happen, but thank you so much, guys, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good one.
Peace.
You better run, Mojito.
What? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now?